Hi all, today let's discuss on fields and types of fields.
If you see in CRM, there are data types like we are having fields. Fields are nothing but attributes in a CRM. Meanwhile, let's see. So these are like attributes in a CRM. We can say as attributes, or we can call it as fields. So for every field, there will be a data type. So either it is an format of single line of text or two options. It can be option set, multi-select option set, image, whole number, floating point number, decimal number. Okay, multi lines of text, date and time, lookup, customer, file, and currency. So there are multiple we can see here as a data types. So in single line of text also we are having email, text area, URL, ticker symbol, and phone. So there are the formats. Okay, we will see one by one how to create this and how we can use for our application. So if you see, let it load. So these are called a data types. Okay, so for every field there will be a data type. Once you create a data type, you cannot edit data type can't be changed. Long time. Ms. Srikanth, we just started. We have just explained about there are some data types for fields or attributes that which we are discussing. The page is taking some time to load. Yeah, it is loaded. So if you see here now, this is an accounts. So as I told you, account entities, these are the entities, accounts, contacts, leads, codes, employees, these all are the entities, but nothing but a table. In table there will be, so if you see this all HCL, IBM, TCS, test 11, some this information is there, right? So these all are records in a CRM. So HCL is one record. In HCL, these all are the fields: account name, phone, fax, website, parent account. These all are the fields. Okay, and one field having, each field is having one data type. So the data types will be as I told you here, there will be single line of text option set like this. So based on our requirement, we will create either which field to be created, which option to be selected. Suppose let us go one by one here. In order to do the customizations for this, if you go for any entity, there will be records. If you go for leads, there will be here 3 records. If you want all records, if you see here, there are multiple records. So these all are records in a CRM, and each record is having the fields, and this is a form. So this is a lead form. In this lead form, we are having fields. Okay, and if any related is there, so here this related market testing, marketing list, these all are the associated grids. Okay, now in order to do customizations, click here, settings symbol, click on advanced settings. And here you are seeing, right, these are views. When we are into views concept, I will explain you about these views. Okay, so here in advanced settings, here click on here and click on solutions. Now go to the Lenovo solution. So there will be, we are having two types of fields again here. One is system fields. If you see, there will be system and custom fields. Okay, system fields is nothing but by default when you create an entity, by Microsoft will give you some of the fields. Okay, if it is system entity, they will give some of the fields, and what are the fields you are going to create externally, those are called the custom fields, or the system which is available, those are called out of box fields. Okay, system ones is called OOB fields. Naming convention we call it as out of box. Out of box means which is already available in the system. Okay, so that is called out of box feature or out of box. If it is an entity, we will say system entity or out of box entity. If it is you are going to create externally, that is called a custom entity or custom fields. Okay, yesterday we have seen about system entity and custom entity. Now we are seeing about system fields and custom fields. So assume you created yesterday an employee entity. Now you can open this employee entity and go to the fields. So if you see here, LMS detail, name, details, if you see multiple fields are here. So you created on, created by, next is a name, modified by, modified on, okay, created by, behalf, override, owner, business, state code, status. So these all are the fields which is available in all of the entities. So these are the common fields which is created by Microsoft and given to us. Okay, and when you create an entity, it created with LMS underscore name and LMS underscore this lookup is added automatically. Okay, this is the primary key. These three fields will be created automatically. Okay, details we created for our yesterday we created this for QuickView form. Okay, this is a custom field which we created yesterday, that is named with LMS underscore details. Okay, now we will create a custom field. So if you want to create from here directly, we can create a field from here, or if you want to create from forms, we can create from there. I will show you in both the places. Come to the fields here, click on new option here. Okay, now let us take, I have taken some names where we can add this and we can use this data type. Okay, and there will be format we can choose here. So first let us take the employee title as a field name. Take employee title here and give this naming as EMP title. This will be automatically added here. Okay, this is a schema name, LMS underscore EMP title is a schema name, and this is the main name. Okay, and I will explain you about like what is this optional and what is this required and business recommended. Optional field requirement will be optional, business recommended and required. I will give you information, more information about this later. So here the data type is single line of text we have selected, and here you see simple and calculated. So we are going to see now about field type is simple. Okay, next they can ask an interview how many field types you are having. Suppose then you need to say simple and calculated. Okay, there is a simple, and here you see in single line of text field we are having text, email, text area, URL, ticker symbol, phone and JSON. So as you can see here, right, we have taken email, text, text area, URL, ticker symbol and phone. So we can choose any 2 or 3 options here. First option I am choosing it as text. So let us take this as text. Okay, and save it. So now I saved it, this was saved. So once after saving this field, you cannot change the data type. You see here, I cannot change the data type. This is very important. Once after a field is created, can you change a data type? No, we cannot change a data type once the field is created. Okay, save and close. If you want to click on save and close, that will be saved and closed. And now if you want to create one more field, create again one more field here. So what will be the second field name? So let us take the URL field. URL type here is second is like URL type. So I am taking URL format. So take here URL, and here you need to choose single line of text which is correct, and here simple is correct, and format should be URL. And now you can see if you click on save and close, it will save and close. Again we need to go there, or if you click this third option, this is a save and new. It will save this particular field and it will give an option to create a new one. Okay, better to use this if you are creating multiple fields. And you see the schema name is always LMS underscore because we are selecting inside a solution. Okay, now it is created. Now the third field will be MP mobile. Copy this MP mobile and add it here. Now here EMP mobile, here we are going to choose single line of text, and here it should be simple again, and format will be phone. Okay, I have selected phone here, and you can click on save and close. See, this is a length, how much length you want to provide for this particular field. Phone number will not take more than 10 lines, or suppose 12 lines. So if it is country region code, let us take assume 15, not more than 15. So I'm just giving maximum length as 100. So this depends on the size, how much you are going to choose. Okay, save and close. And next, again, email address. The fourth option, email address. So this we will choose. Suppose assume now I am having this email fields. Okay, for company purpose, for this particular form, I want to use this information. So EMP email, I'm going to take it as here. Let us take, instead of email address, let us take EMP email. Okay, so here I am taking EMP email, and here I need to choose single line of text, and here I will choose email. So here there are multiple options which Microsoft has given to create email type. I have single line of text and I need to use a email field. If you are having mobile number to be added, then select phone number and single line of text. So these are the options which are available. Based on my requirement, I need to select these fields. Okay, save and new. Okay, this field is also created. Next, go to option set field. So now we have created. Now the second option is option set. Suppose option set is nothing but, so I want to select multiple options in a field. Then I will create an option set here. So first let me add these these four and show you all together. Okay, so EMP branch is an option set. So let me create EMP branch field. So EMP branch. So EMP branch, here we need to select the second option is option set. So I'm selecting option set here. Okay, in this option set, here we are having a field type, simple and calculated. Option set is also having simple and calculated. I'm choosing simple here. So here there is another option, use existing option set or no. If you select this existing option set, we need to choose the option set which is given by Microsoft. Microsoft has given some of the option set fields where they have given where we can choose either this or we can create on our own. Okay, I am going to create on my own. Then I will select here no option. I am not going to use existing option set. I am going to create on my own option set fields. Okay, and here there is an default value, unassigned is there. I will explain you what is this unassigned. By default, when form is loading, no options should be loaded. So here let me take options. Employee branch is having Hyderabad. We can choose Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Pune. Okay, these three are enough. I am adding here, if you see, I added Bangalore, and Bangalore is having one value 176660000, and Hyderabad is having 001, and Pune will be having 002. So every option set field will be having one label and value. Okay, this is our representation where we can take for our later coding purposes. Okay, this value we will choose it. This value will be helpful in coding part. Okay, so let me save and new. So now I created option set field. Okay, and the three values I have added. Now I want to add global option set. So there is one concept called global option set. So let me show you how to create that global option set. You come here, go to the solutions, and if you see there is an option sets here. If you minimize this entity, it doesn't global option set is nothing but we can use for any of the entities. So if you create a option set here, I can use for only this entity. Okay, but if I create a global option set, I can use for any entity. So then I will go for this option sets. Here, if you see there is option set separately here. If you minimize this entity also, this option sets we need to select and create a new option set. We can create globally and we can use for any entities. So earlier I created option set, right? I can use only for employee entity, but this option set I can use for account entity or employee entity or lead entity, whatever the entity in CRM we can use this if you create it globally. So this is called a global option set. Okay, I'm giving this global option set name as employee skills. Yeah, employee skills. I'm taking global option set. Here we can choose skills PHP. So skills I'm taking PHP, .NET, MSCRM, Power Apps. So it depends on us. Whatever the values we are choosing here, we can choose Power BI something. So you can save and close. So now I created a global option set, and this global option set, now you see here this employee skills global option set is created. So let me select this and publish this, only this one. So if you selected individual one, right? So this only one will be published. After publishing this particular one, I can use for any of these entities. Now I want to use this global option set in my employee entity. So go to the fields again. And now you can create a new one. Here you will create a employee skills, same name, employee skills you can create. And this employee skills you can use. Here you can select the option set. And here you want to select simple. And now you use the existing option set. Now you see here along with Microsoft, which they have given to here. These all are the system ones, and you created now your own one. So what is that you created? Employee skills you created. It should be available. Here you see employee skills is available, which is the one which you created now. And you no need to create any values here. Okay, by default you see there are multiple options. And you click on edit here, it will give you this list: PHP, .NET, MSCRM, Power Apps, Power BI. Here already you selected, so then no need to create any values. So by default it will be added here. Okay, and now you can, and here I am selecting unassigned value. I will tell you what makes the difference between unassigned or if you select any value. Okay, save and create a new one. And one more I will add is employee skill set, which is multi-select option set. So EMP skill set. So which is another option here. If you see here, there is third option, multi-select option set. Multi-select means we can select multiple values. So let us choose multi-select option set. And this multi-select option set is not available in CRM 2015, CRM 2016, and CRM 2013. We don't have these options in those versions. In Dynamic 365, we have this option as multi-select option set. A new feature they have added this. Okay, and if you same concept, if you create a global option set and if you want to use existing one, you can use it, or else if you want to create a new one, you can create on your own. I'm going to create on my own. So here you can give same. So here also MSCRM, Power Apps, Power BI, .NET, SQL, Power Portals. So I'm just adding some of the technologies here. Okay, so Power Portals, and now you can click on save and close. Okay, Now, as I told you, instead of disturbing all other entities, go to the solutions and click on components here. Now you added all the fields. Okay, those fields are available there. Now you select only that, go to the components here and select that particular entity here. So now you worked on employee entity. So click on employee and click on publish. Or else what you can do is go to the forms and open the main form. Whatever the fields you have created, those fields you need to add to the form. So in employee, I am going to the main form. Now here already I just added yesterday some of this information, right? Just remove all other information now. So select this and remove here. I don't want this field. And here two fields are there, name and owner, and notes is okay. I don't want these fields, remove it. This also remove it. You can remove this. You can remove this. I'm removing which are not required for now. Okay. And yeah, for now you can remove these things. Now I will add here employee branch. First let me add MEMP email and remove the space also. This space is not required. I'm removing it. So now name owner employee. So here you need to simply drag and drop. You see here EMP email. I am dragging to here. It will give red icon. You can add it here. Or else you can select this employee email and you can click on this, double click here. It will come down. Okay. And again EMP mobile, you can add it. Okay. Now if you want to drag it to here, you can simply drag here. Employee skill set. You can take here employee skills. Okay. And next here URL, you can add it here. Select this and double click here. It will come here automatically. So this is what now we created these fields: EMP email, title, mobile, URL, branch, skills and skill set. Now save it and publish. So now whatever the fields I created there, these all will be available in forms. So if I remove from here, it will remove from here, but it will be available here. If you see, there are filter here. There is custom fields. If you open custom fields and see unused fields, these are the custom fields which I created. If you want to see all the fields which Microsoft is also given, these all are the fields. And if you want to see unused ones, these are not used in the form. See here, status is not there, status reason is not there, details is not added. So these all are the unused fields. Okay, now you can save it and publish. Okay, now this is published. So after publishing this, just select the components once and select the employee entity and publish here. Because I worked on only employee entity and I'm publishing. Suppose if you do here publish all customizations, if suppose someone is working on this particular entity, employee skills, and whatever the changes they have done, that also will be published. So the best option is better practice will be go to the component, select that particular entity and do a publish here. That's it. It will reflect only your changes to the application. Now go to here, refresh the page. It's do F5 or do control F5. And if you are using a ThinkPad, always remember select the function key. Select the function key and do the control F5. Okay. Now let us see, go to the employees and open any one of the form. Now you see name, text. Okay, owner, branch, skills, skill set, email, title, mobile and URL. So now let me create a new record. Okay, here let us create a new record. Create a new, it will open the new record here, and here you will fill. So name is a single line of text field and that is text field. Okay, here you can see this is a single line of text and text field. So here we need to give only text information. So what we can give, suppose name as employee name. Employee name can be, suppose Rajesh is an employee. So I am giving just Rajesh as an employee name. Okay. After that, what is his email? Raj at, suppose he is working for any company, or he can give individual email or whatever the email related to that company address he will give. Okay, Raj at some gmail.com I am giving. Okay, next employee title you can give. So he is a suppose SSC. You can give his title. Okay, I just taken title as which type of field. Employee title is a single line of text and text field. Okay, and you can choose here mobile number. So if suppose if you give this some other information here, it will not allow because it is a phone field. If you are trying to save it, it will suppose if you give the mobile number. So here it will show you mobile number. Some information I am giving here, and here you see URL. URL you should provide the proper URL. Suppose if I give something here, it will not allow me. It should give the proper link. So because here you see this link is not opening. So take the proper link. Let us suppose take this link and pass it here. Save it. Now you click on this website. It will take you to this website here. So if any website is there and if they want to click here and they want to render, then you will take here URL type. And the type will be here URL. And if you are giving mobile number as this option icon, then select the mobile field. Okay, so after this, now select here branch. You see Bangalore, Hyderabad and Pune. So whenever I am selecting, I just selected a option set. So in option set, you can choose only one value, either Hyderabad or either Bangalore or Pune. So here you see only one value I need to select. Suppose I selected for Rajesh, he belongs to Hyderabad. His branch related to Hyderabad. And his skills, what are the skills he is having? Suppose his main skill is MSCRM. Okay, then he will select MSCRM here. Now again one more option I am asking him. So how like Rajesh can have not only one skill. His primary skill is this employee primary skill is MSCRM, but he can have multiple skills. Okay, he can relate it to, he can have MSCRM as well as the .NET, or the some other options also. Then there should be multiple options you need to select, right? So that is the reason there is one more option here, multi-select option set, where we can select the multiple values. Okay, and you want to see here, now you see here I can select a multiple MSCRM, and he is aware of Power Apps. Next the .NET. So now you can select these three options and you can save this. Now Rajesh is belonging to Hyderabad and his primary skill is MSCRM, and he is having MSCRM, Power Apps and .NET as a skill. Okay, so this is how these values we have created now till here. Now let us see the next values. Any doubts still here?
No, sir.
Okay, so now let me continue further. So here if you see two options is there. Two options is nothing but, suppose if you see gender, we will be having male or female. If you take suppose is this skill set is true, then yes, take yes or no. Then I will take yes or no as here. Okay, and whatever the options that we give here, either he is having passport, take yes or no. Then we can take two options. It depends on the project, like the client, what fields they have given here. Based on that, we will give an options to them. Okay, let us take EMP gender here, because we are not EMP gender. Let's take for two options. Just for showing you, we are showing all these fields. Okay, so now select the two options here. Fourth option is two options. Two options is nothing but we can take only two values, either yes or either no. But if you see the earlier ones option sets, here we can select either one option we can select out of from this drop down. But now you in the drop down you will get only two values, and you see here by default when a form is loaded, no value is selected. If you see here, no value is selected, because if you remember when I created these options, these fields here, if I try to open any one of this field here, I will show you. So here you selected unassigned value. So if you want some value to be selected on the form by default, automatically, suppose whenever a field is loading, every time you should select Power Apps. Then if you select here Power Apps, whenever any record is opening, it will take you Power Apps field. For example, let me take employee skills as Power Apps. Okay, now I am saving it. I will change it later, but for your purpose, I will show you. But the client requirement is every time when the form is loaded, always it should be with Power Apps. If the user want to change it, they can change it later. Then I will select this Power Apps here instead of unassigned value. Okay, and now you can save and close. Save and close. You can okay. Employee skills, always it should be Power Apps. Okay, now let me create other fields. Next field is EMP gender. Already I have opened here. Okay, EMP gender, and here you see yes or no. If you want to edit this yes or no, just double click on it. It will give you no option, right? Here select male or female, whatever you want you can select here. Okay, and if you want to select this here female, so by default there should be one value. Okay, here either you need to select male or you need to select female. Okay, and only two values are there. By default, when the form is loading, it should be selected as male, and after selecting you should sorry, female. Okay, female. So after loading, if any female is there, they can select the female option. Okay, let me select a male. Only one value by default it should be selected. Okay, now after see earlier I created fields from, if you go to the here you selected these fields and you created a fields. Instead of that, now you are in the form and you can create a fields from here. There you see new field. Click on new field here. It will give LSM underscore because inside a solution, inside form you are creating. So here LMS underscore will be there. Now again, now you can give a field name. Next field is number of days. Let me take number of days. Okay, and here there is another option called whole number. Select this whole number, and here field type is simple. I am taking. I will tell you this is having simple, calculated and roll up. I will tell you this calculated and roll up later. Now select the whole number and take here, suppose minimum value I don't want in minus values, I want it should be started from 0. Then select here 0. Okay, and maximum value let it be like this. So you can give up to till this number. Okay, and minimum it should start from 0. That is the reason I'm giving here 0. And here format you are having time, none, duration, time zone and language. So if you take the duration, if any there is two values are there, if you want the duration between these two values, you can give the duration field and it will give the duration. Now I am just taking none value as an option here. So let us see just whole number field. Now save and new. After number of days, let us take FP number, which is nothing but floating point number will be there, right? I'm just taking that FP number. Here you can select this floating point number. And here precision means after, see floating point number means one dot. So if it is whole number, it should be with simple number. Whole number is like it will be either 1 or 2 or 3 or 10. It will be like this. But if it is floating point number, you will be having with 1.2 or 1.4. So you will be having with the dot values. So here it will ask precision, how many zeros you are required after dot. So I need 1.45. It should be with a 2 precision. Precision means after dot how many values you need. Okay, if you give 3 precision, it will be 3. If you take 1 precision, it will be 1. Okay, and generally we used to take 2 precision. Okay, and here you want minimum value as 0.00 and maximum will be till here. And now you can save and create a new. And next it will be decimal number. Decimal number you can choose whatever the number you can choose. Same this decimal number, let me take the decimal point number also for your reference, we can use it. So let us take here decimal number and same precision is 2 and it starts from 0. Okay, and maximum is this value. And here field type also simple, calculator and roll up will be available. Okay, and now you can click on, and here no duration is available. Here just decimal number will be having simple and calculated. Click on save and new. Next is already currency. By default system it will be available. You no need to create the currency field. By default system will give you the currency field for any entity. For all the entities that there will be a currency field. Okay, okay, let us create a new field and give it as currency. currency and select here currency field, and you see here precision and minimum it should start from suppose 0 and maximum is this, and currency precision is suppose if it is 0 you can select, or precision it should be 1, or you can select 2. So I'm taking 2 as a precision for currency, and now you can save and click on new. So after currency you can take suppose details. Already we created yesterday, right, this details fields, but yesterday we created single line, but now what we can take this as information. Okay, and now let us take this emp info, emp information. Okay, so this emp information is a multi-line of text field. Copy this field, and now the next option will be multi-lines of text. So if you see here, there is another option called multi-lines of text. Okay, select this multi-lines of text, and I am giving this as 2000 characters. Okay, this is lengthy field, that is the reason I am giving 2000 character. So let me give 7 new. And you see one more type of field here is a customer. This is not available in 2015 CRM, 2013 CRM, and 2011 CRM. This customer is added from, I think in 2016 also it might be available, but definitely it started from here. Dynamics 365 it is available from 9.1 version, and this customer will be giving lookup to account and lookup to contact. So two lookups we can choose, either a contact lookup or either account lookup. So if you want to give this as a customer, this is the name here, it is there customer. Okay, here let us take the customer, and this customer is a lookup to account or contact. So I will show you the difference once I add it over there. So let us save and create a new. So let us see till here now. So whatever the fields we added, let us see till here. Now go to the form. Okay, so now show unused fields, show the custom fields. Now let me add this to the form. Now I will add these fields in some other section. So I will add in the details section, employee details section. Okay, fine. So now this I will give as IMP gender, decimal number, floating point, employee information, number of days, details, FP number, currency, and customer. Okay, now this is added. So this currency base will be created. You don't need to add this. This is by default. When you create a currency field, a currency base will be created. So now you can save this and publish. Now go to the form and refresh once. So now you can see here in employee details, we are having two options. By default, you see male is added here by default, because there is only two options. We selected male. If suppose if this person is in female, you will select here female. Suppose let me come back and create a go to the Rajesh and see. So here already some value is there. That is why it is not selecting Power Apps. If suppose no value is there, it will give here, see here Power Apps, because we removed the unassigned value and we selected the Power Apps. If it is an unassigned, it will give you like this select option. You need to select the value, or by default when page is loading, if some value to be selected automatically, then we will give that particular option in the option set field. Then it will, whenever the form is loaded, it will load to here. Okay, so now come back and open the Rajesh. Go to MP details and select here male or female. I selected here. So if you see here, this initially whenever this Rajesh is loaded, here empty. Now it is male selected, and now decimal number. If I suppose some text value, it will not agree, because enter a number between 0, we taken 0.0 as a initial value and this particular number. So we need to give the values in that particular format only. So let us give 5 as a decimal number. Now it will give 5.00. Floating point number and decimal number both are same. Okay, and here you give 8, it will take you 8.00. So floating point number and this. Suppose if I give in minus values, minus 23 or 25, see here, enter a number between 0.0. If you take here minus, it will give minus values, but I don't want minus values to be added, that is why it will give error. So take the value from 0 to that particular number. Okay, save it. Now here number of days. Number of days is which type of field? Number of days is whole number. It should be whole number field. Whole number means it should be value between, okay, it will be a positive value. Suppose some 190 or something, it will be with value. If it is in number of days, it should be 190. Then I will take a whole number field. If it should be with the dot extensions, then I will take either decimal or either floating point number. It depends on the requirement. Okay, now employee information. Employee information, which type of field? It should be multi lines of text. Okay, this is the multi lines of text field. So select here multiple options. We can give the text format. Okay, if you want to give some information, suppose this information I had to pass there, copy this and give it here. It will, suppose, check it here now. So you see here we can drag and drop. If you are having suppose multiple, okay, now you can save it. You see here we can drag and drop here. So this is a multi lines of text benefit. So if you take multi lines of text, you can add more information here and they can look into here and they can drag and drop. Okay, next is details. Details is which type of field we have taken. Okay, details just we added yesterday. I think we created some text field. That's why we can take it to some text here. And this is a currency. If I pass this, it will not allow. See, enter an amount between some 0 to some number, because this is a currency field. You need to give the amount. Okay, it will give rupees, because by default our currency is set to rupees when we create an environment. So it will give rupees 56. This is a currency. If you have any currency to be selected, then you will take the type of currency as type. Okay, now customer. This is a, as I told you, it should be lookup to either contact and account. If you click on here, scroll down, click on new record, you see here either you can select the accounts or either you can select a contacts. Okay, any one of these you can choose. Now click on accounts and see here there is account you can create, or if you are selecting contact, you can select a contact from here. Here you see accounts, and here if you don't want accounts, come back and select the contacts, and you can choose any one of the contact here. Okay, now contact will be selected. Customer can be either account or contact. Okay, and next we can create date, time, and these fields. Okay, let us choose. Here let us take some date and time. So now I will give this name as MP start date. Okay, here there is another option called date and time. Okay, now select this date and time. Now in this date and time, this is date and time field. Sometimes it is important because here there are multiple options. Here we will select simple, and you see here user local, date only, and time zone independent. If you want time zone independent, irrespective of time, like local time, it will take based on time zone independent means it doesn't bother about either it is Indian time or Canada time or US time. So it will take time zone independent. It will take the global time. And if you take user local, whatever, suppose if someone is working this application from US, so it will take their own local time. If I am working from India, it will take my own time. So this behavior is but which time zone it is related. If you want only date, not with the date and time, then you will select here date only. So let us select options here. First, let me select for employee start date as time zone independent. And here you see we are taking here time zone independent as a behavior. Okay, and here we need to select date and time. Okay, format should be date and time only. Now you can select save and new. Let me create emp end date. This also let us take the same type of behavior, date and time zone independent. Okay, emp end date, and take here date and time, and here also it should be date and time, and it should be here time zone independent. Okay, save and new. So two fields I created with time zone independent. Okay, now this is done. Time zone independent. And next, let us take the local date. Okay, only date. Let us select only date field, or date and time. Let us choose the date and time. Here you select the local date, and in this local date here let us choose date and time. And in this I am going to select only date, not the date and time. Okay, here I am selecting for local. I am selecting here only date, not the date and time. Okay, and you can select here user local, save and new. And next local date we have selected. Now let us take local date and time also. When I selected local date and time, and I am going to select a local date and time, and here I will select now local date and time, save and new. Next option, let us take updated on one field, and this will be date and time and date only for user local. Like here I selected right here, like same I'm selecting updated on as date and time, here user local, and here only date only I will select here. Okay, for updated on, save and new. Okay, now till here it is enough. Let me add those 4 fields to the form. Local date and time, local dt, emp end date, emp start date, updated on, local date, local dt, remove. Okay, fine. Now save it and publish. Now refresh. Oh, sorry, I didn't publish. I think save it, publish. Now you can come here and refresh. Now go to employee information tab, and now you see here we can select the date. Okay, start date will be here, you see date and time is selecting because this is the date and time field. Employee end date also date and time field, it will select date and time field, and local date is date and time field. So it is taking, see dt is date and time, it is selecting. Now local dates, it should be only date. So here you see no time will be selected, only date will be selected. Okay, and you see here this also no date and time will select, it will select only date. Okay, and you can save and close. Now you see here 8 AM it is taking. So right now it will give you the date, which is if it is time zone independent, it will take irrespective of our time. If it is local, here I selected a local. Locally, what is the time now? So it will select based on that particular time. So okay, so now let me save this. And this is how we can create a date fields and date and time fields. Okay, and you can give later on some calculations. So till now we have seen, and we are need to be covered with the lookup field. So this lookup field and file field I will tell you when we are into Power Apps page. Okay, and now we need lookup field. This lookup field I will tell you in next session.